Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. I keep hearing the song by Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us. There's somebody around you, a group of beings, a group of people. It could be an organization. It could be your neighborhood. I'm getting strong neighborhood energy of people who are around you who have a common goal or common interests, but they are not like you. Their common goal, it feels like something that your soul is, I'm getting vehemently, I don't use that word, vehemently against. But something is being straightened out though, behind the scenes and in a divine way and in divine timing. If this is your reading, you're already aware of this, okay? These are people who think differently, and I'm getting villain energy. And one thing that every villain has in common is that they refuse to take accountability for their actions. So these are people who do not take responsibility for anything that they have done. And so they fixate on getting revenge or gaining control over other people to even the score. They feel that there's nothing that's off limits for them to do. Everything is within their energetic grasp. That's what they think. So in other words, okay, they think that everything is within their energetic grasp. So they have no respect for spiritual law and spiritual boundaries. None. They think that everything is for the taking. This could be a frequency, because I'm getting that these people vibe on a very low frequency, but it's a common frequency that they all join together on. This could be something that you have faced or experienced since childhood. Could be, doesn't have to be. But it's definitely something that if this is your reading, you're becoming more and more aware of this energy. And I get the feeling that it either has made you feel uneasy or it has just outright disgusted you. You have felt so, like you might get physical symptoms when you think about this organization or these people and the things that you pick up on that they do, because they do very egregious things. Things that your soul does not like. You have a beautiful, pure soul, I'm going to tell you that. And so your soul is like the best detector for anything that is not in alignment with the divine. 404 on the timer. There's protection for you though, and that's very important for you to know. You're like a walking flame. I'm locked in on the flame that I lit. You're like a walking flame. And so that's one reason why when you come in contact with these beings involved in this organization, they always see you. They always know that you're there. They can sense you. You're the light that they want. Also, you're very balanced. So with you, it's not just about light, it's about embracing your shadows as well, loving all aspects of yourself. And so that they process that as light though. Okay, because their darkness is evil. Your darkness is divine. Like the night. Okay? Like the cosmos. They don't process anything with integrity regarding their dark energy. And so it is evil. And that's how they project their dark energy to everyone that they come in contact with, is with evil vibes, evil intentions. They're very nefarious. Okay, let's start here with the index cards. Thank you, Spirit. What is coming through? This is deep. This is very, very deep. And if you have ever shared any of this information, like your observations, what you've seen, what you've noticed with other people that don't understand, they may have looked at you like you had 5 heads. This is deep, and it's not something that most people would understand or be able to process or even want to process. Because what I'm picking up on is something that is so nefarious. It's what most people want to turn a blind eye to. They don't ever want to think about it. They would rather be ignorant and blissful because they are unaware. But you're always aware. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? Joyful. Your joyful energy has, it's like that light that I was talking about. That's a frequency that you carry within you that attracts beings within this organization to you. I'm getting The Hills Have Eyes. I know, isn't that a horror movie? I've never seen it, but something about The Hills Have Eyes. So I don't know anything about that movie, but just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, it's like eyes peering at you when you are just, when they shouldn't be. Yeah, eyes peering at you when they shouldn't be. So people looking at you through their windows, and not to push any paranoia here. Please know if this is your reading, all right? But these things do happen, and it's usually the people who say, oh, don't fearmonger, don't put that out there, who are in these very organizations who do these hideous and heinous crimes, okay? Yeah, there's something about watching. Now, there are various reasons as to why people would watch you, but what I'm getting here is that they're fascinated by you. It's almost as if they want to study you because they don't understand where your joy comes from. They don't understand where your divinity comes from, because everything spiritual that they do is at the evil end of the spectrum. So they don't understand your type of divinity, your joy. Yeah, try a little tenderness. This is what someone wants you to do. And as I was getting ready for the reading, what I was getting was, you know, there are these messages of unification and harmony, but we do have to be aware who we're harmonizing with, because you have a beautiful melody and you deserve to harmonize with someone who is caring, loving, and who has integrity. There's something about beings within this community or organization who want you to, it's like they put pressure on you to be nice. Now, at some point in your life, especially if you identify as a woman, okay, a lot of women in society are told to be nice. That's how we're raised. We're trained by our parents and by society. We're programmed to be nice. And we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be programmed to be anything other than what our spirit leads us to be. Okay? So there's like pressure coming from people in this society, organization, or community where they're like, oh, just be nice. Why are you so cold? But really, behind closed doors, they're the ones who are cold, and they do very cold things. Your spirit team is protecting you and alerting you as to whom to avoid. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. That song by the Animals. Somebody is really trying to convince you. You're misunderstanding me. Just try a little tenderness. I heard, please, baby, please. Somebody is so desperate. And what I've noticed about these types of readings is that usually it starts with the sweetness, the Page of Cups, because this is Page of Cups type energy. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Let's be sweet, come on. And then it gets into the what they really are. But Spirit is like, we're not playing. We're only almost 12 minutes in, and we already know what these people are doing behind the scenes and why they're coming to you with these please. This begging energy, this trying to convince you to let them in. Okay, we have Sagittarius here. There could be a Sagittarius. This could be you or someone else. What makes you different makes you beautiful. Exactly. See, and I'm going to put your cards here because you've got, you're beautiful, you're unique, and that is exactly what these beings are looking for. They want beings like you to siphon from. And Sagittarius, that's even what I drew there. I'm not an artist, y'all. I don't draw, but I'll be trying. But yeah, it's the arrow. Okay, this is a hunter, and it's not just one person. That's the thing. Now there could be a being who is a Sagittarius who they have made as their front man or their front woman. Okay, they're the ones shooting the darts. The arts. This person could have come for something that you do artistically, trying to make fun of it, trying to, I heard, beat you down, trying to put you down, trying to make you afraid of putting something out there. This organization is afraid of what you share with the world. They see that as your arrows that you shoot out there, but with love, you know? And so they want to shoot darts and arrows of self-doubt and depression, coercion, an incredible amount of control done at the emotional level, at the spiritual level even. There's something about these beings wanting to trauma bond you to their behaviors. For some of you, this could stem back to something that happened to you as a child or in your younger years, okay? By age 7 is usually when they like to influence a being, okay? These are people who wanted to shoot arrows at your triggers. So whatever it is that you experienced, either during childhood, teenage years, or just in early adulthood, sometime in the past, they wanted to come and pluck your nerves. You know, like, I don't know if that's a Southern saying, but growing up, we would always say, they are plucking my nerves. They are plucking my last nerve. But it's like that. I like see somebody identify, like studying you with the eyes, the peering, the stalking that came through, studying you. They're even like licking their finger and turning through history books, pages, documents to study you. So there is something coming through here about MK Ultra, okay? mind control. If that is something that has been on your radar as far as what you may have experienced, then that could resonate. Okay, it won't resonate with everybody, but if that's on your radar, then yeah, it's coming through in this reading. These people are very much aware of what makes you beautiful and what makes you different, and they have wanted to take away your joy regarding your uniqueness and the things that set you apart. There could be a front woman or a front man who is a Sagittarius, or who embodies Sagittarius energy. They could be very fiery, very outgoing, very extroverted. This could also be somebody who speaks a lot about spirituality, okay? But there's a whole group of beings behind them, okay? Because just like you have a spirit team, they have sort of a spirit team as well. I'm seeing that with this card here. They see your beauty. These are all the things that they want to siphon. Regarding Henry. Okay, so regarding Henry, there's somebody here within this group who has had they're experiencing their demise. And if they have not experienced that, then that is what is coming through. There is someone in this organization who is going to experience, and I'm not speaking this on anyone, but it is what is coming through in this channeled message. They are going to experience some sort of traumatic event. And energetically what's happening is this is someone who has directed so much traumatic energy towards you. It is only a matter of time until that energy finds its way back to them. I'm getting that in their attacks against you, there is a particular being within this organization who has called on a spirit or petitioned a group of spirits or a spirit that denied them. They wanted to harm you. And this spirit or these spirits, for some of you, the person was petitioning one spirit. For some of you, it's several. But this person trying to send harm your way was denied by these energies. But what they did by setting that intention and petitioning these spirits is they opened a portal. And it is a portal that leads to every single thing, every single intention, every ill wish that they sent your way. It's almost as if it was in a holding space there. That's what's happened to all of this energy that they've sent to you. You have felt it, but you have also alchemized it, and it has returned to, it's almost like a holding space. It's almost like I'm seeing like a purgatory for the energy that they sent to you. It's a holding space. And when this being went too far, according to spiritual law, according to the laws of Ma'at, according to the scales of justice, when they went too far and petitioned these spirits against you, they activated a portal that was a holding space for all of the evil energy they had sent your way. Okay, so regarding Henry is about a guy who is very rude, very narcissistic, kind of ruthless. He was a cheater in his marriage. He was not a kind, loving father, and he has a traumatic accident, and he has to sort of work his way back to health. Okay, and he changes, but it's because of that tragedy. And he came across a lot of people in his past life, well, before the tragic event, that he did not realize that he had treated them so terribly until he was being rehabilitated. And it was a huge awakening for him, realizing just how cruel he had been. So whoever this is, who is the front man for this organization, they are getting karma. Either they have recently experienced it, or that is what's on tap for them. And they're going to feel every bit of energy that they ever sent your way. And from a spiritual perspective, this is not happening necessarily to punish them, but to teach them. But it is going to feel like the worst punishment to them. That's what it's going to feel like. They did spell work because of their jealousy. Exactly. Because when you look at all of these reasons why they have attacked you, you are creatively unique. You are beautiful. You are joyful. You are beautiful. We have 2 cards out here speaking to your beauty. It's like, also when they say try a little tenderness, you know, they're trying to convince you to, I'm getting that come hither kind of energy, like, come on, just be nice. Just be nice so we can ruin your life, right? Wanting you to befriend them only so that they can attack you even more, or plot and plan against you even more. But the fact that they are saying in this card, try a little tenderness, they see tenderness in you. They know that your soul is beautiful. They know that your spirit is light. And it also has depth. You are a very deep being. And they are very deep in their mess that they have created with this organization. Somebody's in trouble here. Tune in. There's more to the story. Yeah, so there is a lot more here. I see that this is something that has gone on for years at least. At least. For some of you, this could have gone on for decades. They used to want to F them, okay, to sleep with them. Now they want to run away from them. So this could be a group or an organization where sex is involved and they swap partners. There's someone who went too far. They may have wanted to do this with you. And that's one reason why they're saying try a little tenderness. Okay, I'm getting a download that for those of you who have not 2222, that's what they want is connection. They want sexual connection. Especially if you have not been physical or physically involved with anyone from this organization. It's like they're just foaming at the mouth. They're foaming at the mouth. So there could be beings here who are controlled by entities, but also it's like that's the extent of their lust. They have no control over their bodies, and that's why they keep asking, please come in, please, you know, come over here, please, 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 please. But there's somebody here who is very tired of, it could be a third party, it could be someone that they used within a group sex situation to channel energy. Okay, because I was going to say to harness energy, but they don't want this person's energy. Whoever this is in this organization who's done with someone, you would know who I'm talking about if this is your reading. They slept with someone and now they're tired of them. Okay, at one time they couldn't wait to get them. Now they can't wait to run away from them. But I was seeing that they wanted to siphon, but what I said was they wanted to channel energy with this person. So this is someone that they slept with in order to do rituals to send energy towards you. Okay? So now there's like all of this friction. They were using each other to attack you. Now there's this friction within the organization itself. And I heard it's melting. So somebody could be on fire. Somebody could be having some symptoms down there. This could be about physical ailments as a result of sleeping around and having poor sexual hygiene. But also this is relationship-wise, there's pure chaos. If that's a thing, pure chaos. Straight up chaos, okay? Yeah, they're getting karma. This is their karma, to experience frustration with one another because they came for your energy in a sadistic, nefarious way. Yeah, keep your cool. So there's like another stage that this whole situation is entering. But, you know, there are There are beings here who are very nervous because when things start unraveling, I'm getting that their lies are coming out, they're being exposed. They get very uncomfortable. I'm getting the energy of a narcissist, like when a narcissist realizes that you're leaving them, or realizes that you're leaving them. So there could be somebody that you have actually parted ways from within this group. They get very angry. They get very, very angry, and they start thinking of people that they can contact to try to join up against you. It's like they want to rev up a smear campaign or something like that. But the thing is that if this is your reading, you've already been through all of that. So there are two things at play here. They're weaker, you are stronger. So their attacks do not carry the weight or the impact that they wish they had, okay? Or that maybe at one time they did. You are stronger because you're wiser, and you have seen enough of this group to know their ways, okay? But keep your cool. If anybody tries anything, just keep your cool because you're divinely protected. One more spirit from this deck. Yeah, so there could be something going on with the silent treatment. There could be somebody trying to give you the silent treatment as a like a punishment, but really when they start doing things like that, they are so desperate. I mean, think about it. It's a very it's an extremely immature way to behave. But also what divine is saying is that you have a right to keep your cool and not say a word. Just be silent if that's what you want, if that's what you feel is best for you at this time. Just keep your cool, and you don't owe anybody an explanation. Oh, that's really coming through. You do not owe anyone an explanation. Thank you, Spirit. Anything that needs to be known from this deck? Yeah, you're glowing up. Divine is like, okay, so we got that out the way. You're glowing up. Yeah, there may have been some situations here where people were trying to shame you, either for your artistic, that came through because you're very unique and very beautiful, but somebody wanted you to not feel beautiful, and somebody wanted you to feel crazy or weird because you're unique. But please remember this: everything or anything that anyone from this organization or this group has tried to taunt you for, or tease you about, or say something heinous and harsh and evil, those are the very things that they envy about you. Those are the very things that they envy about you. Okay? Even if this was someone that at one time you were in a relationship with, if they said something about your body or about your lovemaking or something like that, those are the very things that they envy about you, is how you do that, or how you look, or how you work, or how you speak, or how you create. Okay? Yeah, there's something here about hands off. So there is somebody here who wants you. They want to reel you in, and they are more than likely using spell work for that, to try to get you to be with them. But it's because they want to siphon. It's because they are so weak at this point in time. They really need a come up. They need, I'm seeing like somebody pull up to the gas station and needing to fill their tank. They are on E at this point, okay? You're a major source of pride for your ancestors. They are abundant because of you. This is about your legacy. And that's what this organization was after in the first place, was your legacy. So it's beautiful what you're creating. It's beautiful who you are. It's beautiful what you say and what you do. You are a true inspiration, and that's why this organization came after you in the first place. Okay? That's why they came after you in the first place. Allow yourself to rest. Like a bear hibernates, you might need a couple of days just to rest. At least like blocking off some time for you to rest. And then if you don't need that much time, like let's say if you rest for a whole day and you're like, okay, tomorrow I really want to get up and do something, then let yourself do it. But give yourself that time where you're able to rest, okay? Also have patience with the process because things are changing. There is something that is, oh yeah, a rebirth. Yeah, there is a change that's coming. Trust it. Trust it. Okay, let me shuffle. I loved all those cards though. It was like right on point. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Okay, provide. Okay, there could be something regarding finances that you've been concerned about. This is Taurus energy. Collaborate. There's going to be an opportunity that's going to involve someone else. Now, it could just be where you're hearing about an opportunity from someone, or someone's coming in and sharing something with you. What about this, Spirit? Communicate. Okay. This will apply to some of you, okay? Or this is for someone, I'll say that. If you are in a situation where you are looking to increase your funds, your finances, to strengthen your financial situation, don't take anything from this organization, okay? I mean, it's up to you. You have to use your discernment. But what's coming through here is that that is something that someone could be trying to use. Oh, and it came over trust. It's right over trust. So there are other opportunities for you that are not involving this organization. There's a bat on here, and I love bats. They're associated with Lilith and other deities that I work with. But in this situation, it's like, danger, danger, okay? Also, the communicate card came through in reverse. So there's something, for some of you, this will resonate, that there's something coming from someone in this organization where they know that you're looking for additional income, and they would try to use that against you. Don't let them, okay? You're able to manifest, and you don't need whatever kind of dirty offer would come from someone in this group. Yeah, you've got the ambition that you need. Whatever additional income you are manifesting or that you're desiring, okay, it's going to come from a healthy source. It's going to come from something that is reliable, all right? There might be something that you'll end up doing that is like an additional source of income, okay, where you're not looking for one set source of income. You're diversifying where your funds are coming from, okay? There is something about that. Also, I'm hearing investments. So even if you take a small, relatively small amount of money and invest it, okay, there are apps that you can use online. Also, something that I am amazed by, because I know somebody who uses them, but the rewards, I don't know about in other countries, but in the United States, we have, like most companies and businesses have a rewards program. So wherever, especially wherever you shop and get your groceries and all of that, like definitely if they have a rewards program or something like that, there's a lot that you can do to save money that way, okay? Yeah, look, you've got overflowing prosperity coming, all right? There's something that will come to you as a result of your nurturing gifts, your ability to nurture. It could be something very artistic, but it's definitely something that comes from your connection with spirit, with that cup there, okay? You're taking care of business, and you are on a path of fulfillment. Okay, but as far as any strange offers from someone in this organization, I would not. I would not, because there are strings attached. There are strings attached. Someone commented under a video that I channeled about like dirty money, like not all money is good money. And they said sometimes it's not strings that are attached, sometimes it's an anchor, because somebody wants to stop a person in their tracks with the energetic ties to an offer that they've made. And they were absolutely right. I agree with that. Yeah, because somebody's coming in veiled. Look, listen, when I tell you that these people are so desperate, and sometimes people are like, but me? Like, what is it that they want about me? Listen, if this is your reading, this is all on your radar, okay? But you are beautiful. You are unique. You are gifted. And you have channels to abundance. Even if you don't have as much money in your bank account as you would like to have, you still have multiple pathways, avenues to manifest abundance. These people in the organization, in this community, they want it. They want all of that. They want your beauty. They want access to everything. And so they're trying to come in veiled, but with your divine ancestors and spirit allies, you will see them. You'll see what you need to see. And this brings relief. Just knowing that at the very least, you know who's who. And isn't that a gift, right? Because I know that a lot of times, those of us who go through things like this, we just want to be left alone. We want, okay, like, you go your way, I go mine, we're good. But think about how much more troublesome it is to not even know who's who. You have very deep insight and awareness, so you at least know who to avoid, okay? Yeah, something is ending. And look at that. It's relief and death. Okay? And it already came through that somebody in this situation is getting karma. They are experiencing, like, the energy that they sent you. Yes, you've alchemized it, but that does not take away the responsibility that they must carry, the burden that they carry for the actions that they committed against you. Just because you alchemize energy doesn't mean that they're not going to be held responsible. And like I said, there's like this, it's like a holding place. I was seeing it as like karmic or energetic purgatory. It's like a holding place where they are going to be met with all of the energy that they sent you. It's been like in a capsule. 37 on the timer, that's 10 and 10. And something is going to be done. And you're going to see the impact of this change. You're going to see the impact of this change, okay? Okay, ooh. Yeah, okay. I'm going to close with an angels and ancestors. I just found this deck today. I've had it for so long, but I didn't know where it was. And so that's how things are for me. Like when I need them, they reappear. I'll lose things for a while and then I'm just like, well, when it's time for me to use it, it'll pop up. And it popped up today. So I was like, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being? What do they need to know as we close this reading? Yeah, your needs will be taken care of. There's something that is ending because this is the winter card, but something very special. Something very special is happening this winter. Okay, or whenever you're watching this, okay, when winter comes. Also, you know, you think of winter, that's hibernation time, at least here in the northern hemisphere. So that's about resting. Okay, something's gonna happen where you're gonna see that you have everything you need in order to flourish. Even when things are like, if it's cold outside, you might be in a tropical area, but it could be like people around you are cold outside. You know what I mean? Like people are going through it, but you're okay. Why? Because your actions have been aligned. You have not been acting in this nefarious energy. And so everything that you need will be provided for you. Okay. You have a protection guardian. Okay, it says drop your shields. So there are beautiful beings that you are able to connect with. Also, I'm seeing with your creative process, you're able to drop your shield. That's when you can really just Be you. Allow yourself to create. But like with that hibernation theme that's been coming through, there are beings close to you that you can connect with. And you will enjoy growth and reap rewards. This is like the Empress card. It's the Lady card. Your divine feminine energy is activated. And you are, if there's something that you've been concerned about with finances, you're going to notice some relief. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allow them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I'm so grateful that you did. I also am thankful for your likes, your kind comments, your shares, your subscribes, your hypes, your donations, every bit of love that you send to In Her Dreams. I'm truly grateful for. I love you, and I wish you peace. I wish you joy, and so many blessings. Take care.